Well, yesterday, the Emmy nominations, all the nominees got made public and all the nominations were announced. And I was really excited about a couple of them. One of them, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, got nominated for Best Actor in a Comedy Series for Wonder Man. I thought that was great. But one of
Awesome.
the great surprises for me was that A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms got nominated for the top prize at the Emmys, Best Drama Series, which I loved it. But as some people pointed out to me in the comments section, we didn't actually discuss the category as a whole or who should actually win it. So I thought, guys, it would be fun. Take a few minutes here. We're going to look at the nominees for Best Series and who we think should win top award for the Best Series of the year. Let's take a look at the nominees. The nominees for Best Series, Best Drama Series, which is, of course, their top prize, are The Diplomat, The Gilded Age, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, Slow Horses, and Your Friends and Neighbors. Now, before we get into it, I'm going to acknowledge up front there are two shows on here that I haven't seen at all. I have not seen The Gilded Age, and I have not seen Slow Horses. Slow Horses is a show that, by the way, everybody tells me I need to get on. Gary Oldman's a star, so obviously I got to give that one a shot soon. So I'm obviously going to be limiting my picks to The Diplomat, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, and Your Friends and Neighbors. All of them fabulous shows. All of them really good. And you guys know, I think Paradise was a really great surprise hit for me. Like, I was interested in it when they first showed. Then we watched, Rob, I think you were the same. We watched the first season. It's like, oh my God, like, it's so good. And season 2 is so good. It's great. And you guys know how much I love Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. But for me, honestly, it's not even a hard choice. The Pit is the best show on TV. I mean, on the comedy side, it's shrinking. But, I mean, when it comes to drama series, I don't even think it's remotely close. I think it's The Pit. That is a show that very few shows have been able to do to me, where I instantly, within 3 or 4 seconds of the show coming on, I get absorbed into it. And then it's almost like being woken up out of a dream when the screen goes black and the credits roll at the end of an episode. I'm like, wait, what? What is over? And I count down the days until the next episode. I mean, it won all the awards last year. I think they've got, guys, I think it's got something like 10 acting nominations for it, which tells you something about the level of the cast. I think Bryan Cranston's daughter is in it too. But so for me, I'm going to go with The Pit. That's my pick for Best Series of the Year. Nadia, you saw the list: The Diplomat, Gilded Age, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, Show Horses, Your Friends and Neighbor. By the way, I don't think Pluribus should even be on the list. I know that's not a popular thing to say. I think it's good. I thought it was a little bit underwhelming. But anyway, Nadia, what is your pick for Best Series of the Year out of this list?
So I have to admit that I'm slacking. I did not watch all of these series. I need to get back on my television game ASAP.
I know you're mostly a movie girl.
Yeah, I mean, I love television, but I'm pretty behind right now. There's just so much to catch up on between animation as well. But from what I've heard, The Pit is definitely like a top pick. And I love The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I had the pleasure of covering it at New York Comic Con last year and interviewing them. And what kind of sold me on that is how different it is from anything else we've seen from Game of Thrones. So even though it does have source material, I do like that they took a chance and went with something completely different, because it is a little more comedic than what we're used to. And it is like the lower class system. And it's
Right.
not the typical like political intrigue we're used to. So I don't know. I loved it. So I can't say like I didn't watch everything on this list, but I did love A Night of Seven Kingdoms.
Rob, you it's a great list. It's an impressive list. What to you stands out as the best drama series of the year?
Well, this is a murderer's row of great television shows, and I've watched a majority of them, and which is surprising to me considering I'm more of a movie guy too. But there are shows. Here's the thing, like we talked about the idea of all of these things. The Pit is a show, being that it's set, in a hospital, and it is done in that whole 24 real time style. to me, and this isn't fair to say, but medical shows have been a staple of television forever. And while it certainly had ER to build off of.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that, like, look, you know me, Mr. Verisimilitude, creating a reality that this show creates, because like you said, it's completely absorbing. And that is not an easy thing to do. But it's still a medical show. And we've got a whole, I think Slow Horses has gotten better and better and better and better after every season. It is top tier A+ television. Now, Paradise, that I dearly love, I will admit, I think it's an airport read. That's why I love it. I love it for exactly, it is not some highfalutin thing. It's totally entertainment. It's turned into a sci-fi show that I love. And so, I mean, The Pitt is probably, overall, the most entertaining and probably in terms of how it's crafted. But I gotta say, these other shows, to make a show like Slow Horses and just go on this trajectory is an enormous creative accomplishment. Same with The Diplomat. Same with
Oh God, I
Night of
love The
Seven-
Diplomat.
I love The Diplomat. I love Kerry Russell so great. I love Your Friends and Neighbors is another show that's just getting better, and John Hamm kills it in that.
By the way, did you know this is a great year for their family, because Kerry Russell in real life is married to the star of Widow's Bay, who himself got nominated for Best Actor in a comedy series. So it's going to be a really good night for that family. That's
Yeah.
going to be a really good night for them.
Yeah, and Widow's Bay was also great.
So good.
So there's so many great shows. So, I mean, you know, The Pitt will probably take it home again, but I would love to see any one of these shows win. I think Slow Horses has a chance, actually, to emerge victorious. The Gilded Age I've watched some of, not a lot of. I've always enjoyed it, but it always kind of seemed a little, there's something about it, even though it's beautifully made and I love Carrie Coon, there's something a little low rent about it. I just feel it's a little, but these are all, that's not fair, but they're all great shows. It's hard
All
to
right,
say.
guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, I can't speak to Gilded Age, but I mean, like, it's all really great show lineup. I think it's easily got to be The Pitt, but there could be a lot of others in there. The Diplomat could win. Night of the Seven Kingdoms could win. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.